The Singer Touch-tronic 2000 memory machine. This is an example of the first electronic sewing machine. Singer introduced this model in 1975 first as the Athena 2000, and it was the top of the line, finest sewing machine Singer made and offered. They used the latest cutting-edge technology, and you can see in the styling that they were going for a futuristic look, emphasizing the electronics function with almost no knobs. There is a slightly hidden this thread tensioning knob here, but other than that, they eliminated all of the knobs and levers of the old mechanical style. In a compromise, they did actually hide these three knobs, which allow you to adjust the stitch width, the reverse stitch balance, and the stitch length. And it's also got the switch for single needle or double needle. So let's see. This has actually 25 stitch patterns. So in the past, before this model came out, for each one of these patterns, you would need a cam that would go inside. You'd lift the top, put the cam in. It's a plastic disc, one cam for each pattern. So you would have to store a whole box, like a shoebox full of 24 cams. This even includes a little dog cam or pattern here. It's got flowers, and it's got wave kind of patterns, vines, leaves, zigzags, cross hatch, you might call it, zigzags, all sorts of things. I'm going to turn this on soon, but also later in the video I'll take the cover off and you can look inside and see the brains of the machine. In 1975, it was an exciting time for solid-state technology, and the year 2000 was like represented the future. It wasn't a point in the past, it was looking ahead, and technology was the solid state working its way into consumer products, and this was cutting edge. So the price on this was rather high. They called it the Athena in '75. Athena is the goddess, a Greek goddess, and you almost had to have the resources of a goddess to pay for it. At $800, it doesn't sound like much now in 2025, but when you adjust for inflation, $800 in 1975 is $4,800 and something in 2025 So imagine that, $4,800 for your sewing machine. Even today, that's that's a lot for a sewing machine, I would say. Of course, nowadays you can get more technology at less money. But back then, this was quite something. This is, as the Touch-tronic, it's basically a renamed Athena 2000. They changed the name of the Athena 2000 in 1978, and they kept the same machine, and they just renamed it the Touch-tronic 2000 memory machine. So let's turn this on, and you'll see it has a light built in, very convenient and well placed. Now we're going to select straight stitch, and you'll see the light comes on. If we want to do a reverse, that's this button, and this button will lock if you push it in and down. Okay. Now, if we want the straight stitch longer, that's when we would open this door and we can change the length here. And as soon as we touch this, the light comes on over here, and that indicates that we have gone to our custom setting here. And if we change the width on a zigzag, that's this button, and that will also illuminate the width adjustment button. So that's saying that we're on a custom width and length. So let's go ahead and if we close this up, that'll shut those. No, it doesn't shut up. Well, we can reset those anyway. Now, if we wanted to select these, we have a selector switch that moves the patterns to the yellow window, and that indicates which pattern we have selected, and that each one has a light when it's selected to indicate. One of the features that I like about this machine is that the motor control here has a minimum and a maximum setting. So at the minimum, it's a slow speed, and you can control it relatively easy with the foot pedal for intricate sewing. And then you have a maximum setting for, maximum setting for high-speed sewing. Now let's turn it off again, and let's look at the end, because this is a shape that Singer came up with where it's a slant needle. And this actually makes it easier for the operator to see the work rather than having the needle buried under here. On this end, you can also see the presser foot tension adjustment. This also has a swing away platform for a free arm. This pops down for sleeves and legs of pants and things like that. Only thing is, sometimes this is not real strong, the snap on this, and you push on it, you're just sewing along, and then you push. If you lean on this, it pops down, but it's a minor thing. This also has the drop-in bobbin, and it's also self-winding in that you put the bobbin in and it winds right there. You don't have to unthread the machine. The thread comes right through and winds into the bobbin, and it's very convenient. So let's look at the insides now, the brains of the machine. This cover slides off and snaps off. And here we can see some of the electronics involved. There's a lot of wiring and circuit boards and so on. Let's put it back like so.